Hi Virgo, let's get into it Virgo and see what the energies are for you. Okay, first column we have the Seven of Swords accompanied by the Ten of Cups. Okay, the Seven of Swords can indicate deceit and obstacles that are coming up ahead here for you. The Ten of Swords, the Seven of Swords can also indicate that there's something happening within the company that is held in secret, or something happening around a business where someone is not being entirely honest. It could be theft. It could be that you might notice there's theft, or someone, a superior, not being completely honest about where the company is going, where, your job security even. Or I think for others of you, it could be a person that you're dealing with here that's not being entirely honest, or that you've encountered obstacles with in terms of the job. It could be a colleague, just someone you haven't been able to connect with. An intern has left you feeling quite despaired, lost. There could even be competition. But what I want to say is that the Seven of Swords is facing the Ten of Chalices, and the Ten of Chalices is about harmony and a happy union and working cohesively. For some that are working in a group project, there could be one person here that's sort of the lone wolf, that's not perhaps performing as they should or contributing as much as they should be. Or for others, it could be that you, with the Ten of Chalices here, it could be that some of you Virgos are working quite harmoniously, and there's someone that's quite envious of your work ethic. It could be that too. It could be that you're shining with the Ten of Chalices. There's happiness here. There's beautiful things coming up career-wise, but there could be someone that's causing problems for you potentially. It could be business. It could be competition even. Could even be an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, that's coming in. Or it could be that you're perhaps doing something that's not entirely protected legally. So whether you're working cash in hand, it could be some sort of issues with IRS, ATO. So for those that are partaking in this, just be careful over the next few months. There could be someone that exposes you in some way, or copy or steals your idea even. So just make sure you're protecting yourself legally, because this is someone doing something behind your back. Or the company could be making changes and it's not made known to everyone, and then the next thing you're made redundant or something. I'd hate to see this happen, but it does happen, and companies do this to protect themselves. Or for some that have encountered obstacles in their career, I feel like this is going to be put in the past, and you're moving on to the Ten of Chalices, which is good. Ten of Chalices is unions, collaborations, having cups, having support around you, which is great. Again, not for everyone, but for some, definitely this is on the agenda here. Now, the next card over is next column over is the Judgment card with the Magician. New starts, new beginnings, new manifestations potentially. There's liberation here. For those that have been, for those Virgos that have had a workers' compensation, or you're entitled to some sort of leave or benefit that you've been waiting for at your workplace, I feel like there's a verdict that will be delivered, and there's possibly money that could be coming in for you to compensate you for your time, your injury, etc. Because the Judgment card is a card of liberation, soaking up glory. It can be accolades as well. The Magicians, it can be accolades for your contributions to a company. Manifesting changes, taking that initiative with the Magician card is very nice. There's new ideas. I think for those that are working for a company or have their own business, I feel there's new ideas that you're going to be adding, but just make sure you protect yourself and you don't copy these ideas. I guess you can't copyright ideas, but slogans and things, make sure you're being smart about these things, because someone might keep an eye out on you and what you're doing here. But for some, there's a review coming up, or a mediation seminar of some kind, like a team learning, team skill building seminar, training thing that might come up for some of you Virgos here with a Judgment card. Contracts as well. New jobs potentially for some of you. Yes, it could involve working with children, finances, psychology. It could be anything really, but there's new starts happening here in the Judgment. This is something you'll very much enjoy. It's something you'll have more passion for those that are looking to move, to change jobs. I feel like you'll be inundated with something, because when I see the green god here, in the ancient Egyptian mythology, this god inundated the Nile every so often. So I think you'll be inundated, whether it's with work, whether it's with contracts, whether you'll be inundated with new people starting on board that have families. You'll be inundated with new workloads of some kind. I feel like that's where the obstacles could come in, because of this busyness, because of this busy period. For some, you're starting work at a family business. Maybe we see a family here with a Judgment card. Could also be with law, music. But this is almost like a karmic link. So for those that have received competition or drama or obstacles or gossip, don't worry about them, because karma will come around to them. That's what these cards are saying here. Now, the next column over is the Seven of Pentacles, accompanied by the Two of Pentacles. Very much juggling finances, saving finances, looking over your current set of circumstances. And when I think of the Seven of Pentacles, I think it is about reflection, looking over your skills. This could be you're working on your resume. So for some, over the next coming months, you might definitely be revamping your resume, your CV, your cover letter, make your credentials. You're looking over this and making something more grand out of it, which is good. This is improvement, but this can also very much be about finances, juggling finances, plugging holes, debts, looking at how much money you've accrued or time you've accrued, what you're entitled to. So again, for those that are in work compensation cases, OH&S, or entitled to some sort of funds from a business, this could be the time when you get it, and you'll be overlooking these finances. It could even be reading over a contract or a salary. I think you'll be reading quite intently though into it. I don't know why. It could have a lot of extensive fine print that you might have to look over. And then you have the Two of Pentacles, which is juggling. It's a balancing act. It's trying to be in harmony with what you're wanting, what you're aligning yourself with. Especially for those that are looking for new jobs or have a side income, there's juggling of finances. I mean, not a time to spend too much on your spend too much money. Save the money that you're earning from your salaries. I feel like you'll need it, or you don't know where to put this money. Where would be the best places to put the money? Again, quite busy. I feel like you'll be inundated. There could be a period where things are a little bit slow, and then all of a sudden you'll be absolutely swamped at work. You might even have extra tasks placed on you, or someone that's deliberately going out of the way to put more tasks on you. And don't be a pushover. Make sure you know what you need to do, what your job description is and what it isn't. If it's someone that's being purposely making you feel like crap at work, don't tolerate this behavior. Could be looking over salaries as well, with the Seven of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. I feel there's critiquing that's coming up. Judgment, Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. If you're in a position in recruitment or a management position, I feel like you might be letting someone go over the next few months. You might be actually making this person redundant or firing someone for their behavior in the next coming months. And I feel like I feel there could be regret, or that you genuinely maybe like this person, or you feel bad for letting this person go. But at the end of the day, it is in the best interest of yourself, the company, the business, etc. So don't attach yourself to these changes that you might have to make. It's for the good of the company, for the team environment. So for some, there could be a redundancy or letting someone go, because you do want to create a harmonious Ten of Chalices, togetherness, efficiency. For those that are looking for jobs, I feel like there'll be two opportunities that will present themselves to you, and you'll be wondering which ones to take. You'll be wondering, you'll be reflecting, you'll be criticizing, critiquing, scrutinizing the contract, and seeing which one. There could be a clause or a part of the contract you might have to really read into, because it won't explain things very well. So you might have to clarify. There might be need for clarification here. If you have a business of some kind here, I see that you're really looking over the business's income, the competition you have. You're really doing some assessment here, especially with the Two of Pentacles, and you might be conflicted into, there might be two areas where your business really needs it could be product lines, it could be the services, it could be suppliers, freight, wholesalers, performance, money, sales, team members. There could be two distinct areas that that you've encountered hardships in, that you may need to really look into. For some, there could be a review that's coming up. For some, it will be good. For others, not so good. There's a review of a business or your work. Someone might send in an email about your performance, a customer, a client. So just putting that out there. Next two cards, the Knight of Cups with the Six of Swords. There will be an opportunity that might come, that might involve you traveling, or might come from a different city, state, province, headquarters, company. You might have to travel out to meet this company, to meet the interviewer, to meet the employer, because there's an offer coming in. But the Six of Swords is about movement, embarking on a new journey, being daring. This is the boat of Ra here. So for some, it could be that you're working in the transport, the mobility industry, with cruise liners, at the marina, working with yachts. Fishermen, fishing trawl companies. There's so much meanings from these cards here. I'm not going to say all of them. But there is a journey, an offer coming in. And there's water in both these cards here. So travel over water, or leisure, tourism is somehow connected to, it could be a work function or a work opportunity where you might have to commute or travel out to a different country to do what you need to do what they're asking you to do. Could be a job coming in that's international, could be a work from home job, but you report to someone based elsewhere. I love the Knight of Cups though. This is an offer, beautiful offer. Potentially new clients coming in, international clients. Movement, I like that, but you're being protected because you have the boat. The boat is protection. So again, the Judgment card with the 6 it speaks volumes of needing to protect yourself. If you're working on your own, if you're working on a script, a manuscript, a product, a service, an idea, make sure you protect it, because there's a need for protection here. Because there's competition, or someone's eyeing off your idea. Someone thinks that it's very good and they might want to replicate the product, offer the same service. So someone's watching and someone's doing the sneaky. So make sure you adhere to that. Let's have a look at the Priestess Moon cards and see what's needed on you to help bring in positive changes, growth, promotions, movements in your career. Okay, the Priestess of Shine, July 8th to August 5th. So around the time of Cancer, Leo, this could be prominent for you. So pretty much in the time we're in now, there's an opportunity to shine. There's an opportunity to get out there. There's an opportunity to contribute. Again, I feel like there's jealousy. You might achieve something and someone might be jealous. Priestess of Shine, very nice. For some, you will be receiving a trophy, a medallion, an award of some kind. I mean, for some, regardless of your work, whether there's males out there who are in law enforcement, to the women that are working for a jeweler and they receive a piece of jewelry. There could be a gift coming up for you, a shiny gift coming up for you from your workplace, a medallion of some kind, an achievement. Again, a period where something will be shining and really on the forefront. It could be connected to this inundation. It could be a certain period for the company that you work for that is quite crazy, but you'll shine there. Or you'll really shine in a team environment, in a team setting. Okay, the Priestess of Luxury, very nice. September 2nd to September 29th. Time of Virgo and Libra. There could be an event coming up here, or something that's being added to the business. You might offer a luxury product. You might purchase a luxury product for your business, for your studio, for your commercial studio, for your office, or the company is introducing some sort of luxury line of homewares, designer clothes. If you're in the airline industry, luxury bonus trips away. There's some luxury event that is potentially happening, or something additional that's being added to the company or the corporation. Could be the head office. You might get luxury new tables and chairs. There's a very luxurious feel that's coming in. Could be within those dates as well, or an event where there's a lot of prestigious, well-known, educated, scholarly, successful people that will be about. Again, there could be envy or jealousy coming in, definitely. Or it could be that you're overlooking your finances because of luxury spendings for the business, if you have one. So just be mindful of that, not to get too ahead of yourself. Okay, the Priestess of Integrity. Values, morals, codes, policies, procedures, work ethic. I think this is really important. For some, as I said, you will be letting someone go because they're not they're not maintaining their integrity. Or for some, it's a message that because of these obstacles or potential competition coming around you, it's important that you maintain your integrity, your dignity, your values, your character. You uphold, your goals. You follow through with your word, with the Priestess of Integrity. But I think things are very well balanced here. I think there's a lot that might be expected from you, Virgo, within the next coming months. But I see you balancing well because you've got responsibilities from all angles, yet they're not imbalanced. They're looking pretty good. They're looking pretty stable. So despite what happens, what emotional upheaval, who you have to let go, who you have to be in competition with, or who you have to confront, or the obstacles you have to encounter, or the finances you might have to juggle, the income streams, or the traveling that might be involved in the work, in the job, I think for the most part you'll have a really, really good balance, and you have that about you. It's a natural knack of yours, so I don't see you struggling at all, to be honest. So pretty good reading though. I do wish you all the best.